everyone. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And today we are beginning a 3-day birthday party for one of everyone's favorite entertainment empires. That's right. As you can see from the title, Disney celebrates its 100th birthday this year.
Wow.
That is impressive.
100 years of Disney.
1923 was when Disney began. So if I do the math, yes, it's 100 years because we're in the year 2023. So there you go. And actually, it's quite amazing. I can't really think of a time in my life when I didn't know the name Disney. I think for kids, you might learn Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and Disney when you're really little. And they always are kind of in your life.
Yeah, that's right. In my home, we had all of the Disney movies, so we could watch them anytime we wanted.
You had all of them just at home?
A lot of them. And, since many of them are so old, like many of them, as Disney's such an old company, many of the most famous Disney characters are older than I am. So from a very young age, I could already enjoy these movies at home.
That is so you kind of had your own personal Disney Plus before Disney Plus.
Yeah, we kind of did, but
you didn't stream the movies online. You would take, I guess, in a VHS. Oh my gosh, this is old technology, but that was quite special.
Revealing my age, how old I am, because yes, we had VHS tapes.
The 1990s wasn't 100 years ago, but of course Disney was entertaining people long before that. I can't remember the first movie I ever saw, but I would feel very safe betting it was a Disney movie. Maybe Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, The Rescuers. Oh, so many classics. And of course, that's just the movies. We also have the characters, we have the theme parks, we have all sorts of Disney stuff to celebrate. So let's begin the 3-day party as we join Disney celebrating its 100th birthday. Did you bring the cake? Oh, man. In 1923, two brothers from Chicago went into business together. They were Walt and Roy Disney. They opened a small animation studio in Hollywood, California. All right, so yes, the title there, Disney celebrates its 100th birthday. We know a little bit so far, but before we get into the article and learn much more about this big birthday, let's talk about the word birthday. This is just the day that you were born on, or I was born, or he was. We all have birthdays. We probably have different birthdays. Maybe you have a friend who has the same birthday as you. But if someone says, when were you born, or what was your birthday, that's the same question, and you would answer March 7th. Or something like that. You could throw in the year, but really it's just about the day. And of course, on that day, every year, you might celebrate with your friends, get some presents, have some cake, because yay, it's the day you were born, it's your birthday.
Yeah, but in this case, we're talking about Disney's birthday.
True, true.
So while Disney is named after a person, it is a company's birthday that we are talking about today.
It was never a crying baby in a hospital.
Right, it was not exactly born, but it means the anniversary of the day that the company was created.
It was created, was started, was founded, something like that. We could also maybe say it's the 100th anniversary of Disney, which is kind of like a birthday, but more for a thing or a place or an institution.
So the article begins in 1923.
That's 100 years ago.
Two brothers from Chicago went into business together.
I didn't know they were from Chicago. I've already learned something.
That's right. So two brothers went into business together. So together is an adverb. Together is when one or more things do something with each other. So in this case, when they went into business together, they are going to start a company or start to do business with each other.
That's absolutely right. If you do something by yourself, you do it alone. But if you do it with one person or a group, you could say, we did it together. So these two brothers, do you know their names? Well, you probably know the name of one of them. It says they were Walt and Roy Disney. That's Walter and Roy Disney. That's the name of the two brothers. What did they do way back in 1923? They opened a small animation studio in Hollywood, California. Okay, so they were born in Chicago, but of course, even 100 years ago, the movie business was in Hollywood, California, and that's where they went to open their animation studio. Now, everyone knows, of course, that these days Disney makes all kinds of entertainment, from television shows to computer games, smartphone apps, but they started by making cartoon movies or animation. Animation can be seen on TV or in the movies, but basically with animation, an artist will either use a pen or a computer to draw many, many pictures. And when you show those pictures together at a very fast speed, it looks like the picture is moving, or the mouse is running after the cat, or something like that. So that is animation. We could also say animated movies. And of course, another term is cartoons. But if you're watching live actors, real people, that's not animation. If you're watching Toy Story with moving toys and things like that, that is animation.
That's right. And this studio they created was an animation studio. So a studio is a place where film or television is produced. So it's a place where they make moving pictures, either by making videos or through drawing pictures like in animation. So, for example, right now, Mike and I are in a studio filming this video.
It's true.
Yes. So as you can see, the studio is all around us, or you can't see because of the magic of video making.
That's right, absolutely. Studio can be a big room that artists work in, but we can also use it to talk about these big Hollywood companies. The Disney Studios, the Marvel Studios, Warner Brothers, Paramount Pictures. Those are the big Hollywood movie companies, but we often call them the studios, the Hollywood studios. So both a place where artists make film or make art of many kinds, or also a big Hollywood movie company. All right, let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more from the Mighty Mouse. They called it Disney Brothers Studio, and they became famous because of a mouse, Mickey Mouse. Today, people around the world know their business as the Walt Disney Company. This October 16th, Disney will be 100 years old. It's a very special and important moment, and the company is doing a lot to celebrate its birthday.
Welcome back. Before the break, we learned that 100 years ago, two brothers, Walt and Roy Disney, started an animation studio in Hollywood, California. So our article continues. They called it Disney Brothers Studio. And they became famous because of a mouse, Mickey Mouse.
Absolutely. He was one of their first, or the first, famous character. And that mouse is still famous today, probably the most famous mouse who ever lived.
I would say so. Yeah. So mouse is a noun, and a mouse is a small animal. It's actually a rodent. And mice are known for, so mice being the plural of mouse, you have one mouse and two or more mice. And mice often live in people's houses, and they are pests because they are known for eating people's food, and they're also known for making holes in the wall and for eating things like cheese.
That's true, especially in cartoons.
Yes.
Like Mickey Mouse, or of course Tom and Jerry.
Yes, that's right. So I found that in Taiwan,
yes,
many people don't know that there's a difference between a mouse and a rat.
Ah, yeah, okay.
So often in Taiwan, sometimes in night markets, you might see a rat on the side of the road.
Rats are around that big,
Rats
maybe even bigger.
A lot bigger than mice.
Yes,
and
smaller ears.
Yeah, and usually no fur on their tails.
That's true, okay.
Whereas mice have fur all the way to the tip of their tail.
And mice are usually about that big, you know, a bit smaller than your hand, whereas a rat is a lot bigger. I think a lot of people would be unhappy to have both a mouse or a rat in their home, but the rat would be scarier because it's bigger.
Mice are cuter, and I think that's why
I guess.
There's, you know, as you said, Jerry of Tom and Jerry.
Right.
And Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Our cartoon characters.
Yeah.
There are not many rat cartoon characters.
I remember a Roland rat when I was young, but he was only popular in England.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, back to the article. So, of course, Mickey Mouse made the Disney studios famous. And today, people around the world know their business as the Walt Disney Company. So the name has changed just a little bit in 100 years. The Walt Disney Company is the official name. Of course, both Walt and Roy died years ago. But either way, the company is still there, and it's time for its birthday party.
So this October 16th, Disney will be 100 years old. It's a very special and important moment. And the company is doing a lot to celebrate its birthday.
Absolutely. Yes, a birthday is a big moment. A moment is a point or a period or something that happens, and it's kind of special in time. You might have a magical moment with your friends when you're on the beach watching the sunrise on New Year's Day. That would be a very special moment. People might remember the moment they met the person they fell in love with. I saw her across the party and our eyes locked, and I knew at that moment or at that special point in time that we would live together forever. Or you could have a scary moment, that time you almost got hit by a car or something like that. So it's kind of a special time, a special thing that happened in the past, and it will make you remember. Or if it's a happy moment, like a birthday or an anniversary, then you might celebrate it every year. All right, guys, that's all the time we have. Thank you for spending a few of your moments with us. And we'll be back tomorrow with more about the Disney anniversary or birthday celebrations. Until then, take care and bye-bye.
Goodbye.
In 1923, two brothers from Chicago went into business together. They were Walt and Roy Disney. They opened a small animation studio in Hollywood, California. They called it Disney Brothers Studio, and they became famous because of a mouse, Mickey Mouse. Today, people around the world know their business as the Walt Disney Company. This October 16th, Disney will be 100 years old. It's a very special and important moment, and the company is doing a lot to celebrate its birthday.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 birthday 名词，生日。How do you usually celebrate your birthday? 你通常是怎么过生日的？下一个单字 together 副词，共同，一起。Mark and Lucy went to a movie together. Mark 和 Lucy 一起去看电影。下一个单字 mouse 名词，老鼠，它的复数形式是 mice. I just saw a mouse in the kitchen. 我刚刚在厨房看见一只老鼠。最后一个单字 moment 名词，时刻，瞬间。I captured the wonderful moment with my camera. 我用相机捕捉了这美好的时刻。Capture 指的是捕捉。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 Somebody goes into business. 某人开创了事业。Go 的三态是 go, went, gone. Go into 指的是开始从事。 Business 在这里是一个不可数名词，指的是商务活动。我们来看看这个例句。My father went into business with his brother. 我爸爸和他的哥哥一起创业。下一个文法 because of 因为由于 because 是一个连接词，搭配 of 的时候，整个片语被当作介系词来使用，它的后面必须接名词或动名词。我们来看看这个例句。Because of the weather, the trip was cancelled. 因为天气，这个旅行被取消了。最后一个文法 A knows B as C。A 知道 B 是 C。Know 的三态是 know, knew, known。As 是介系词，表示作为、以什么的身份。我们来看看这个例句。Sarah knows John as a talented musician. Sarah 知道 John 是一位有才华的音乐家。Talented 指的是有才华的。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟片语，记得回去复习哦。我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Today we are visiting the Dingzhuang Community, where they have a rural regeneration project which created wetlands to purify polluted water. So now you can actually go there to educate yourself or just go and relax and enjoy the scenery. So why don't we take a look at the video?
The Dingzhuang Community is located near the Jiabei Station in the East District of Chiayi. The community has implemented a locally sponsored rural regeneration project. This project is devoted to giving everyone a better quality of life. In the past, the Dingzhuang community had problems with its irrigation system. The domestic wastewater from the north drainage system flows into the Nyocho River. This polluted water seriously affected crop yields and even caused land retirement. To solve this problem, the people of the Dingzhuang community created a wetland to purify the incoming water. Using ecological engineering methods, they turned polluted water irrigable. Thanks to the community's help, crop yields increased and the polluted water issue was solved.
讲句实话，我起先要来做污水净化的时候，跟这些农民抢水，他们是很生气的。伊讲，你好好一个里长，你唔当领导咧抱孙吹冷气，你到遮，吼，啊你含人咧，政府咧做工课，啥你要来做安尼啦？我是感觉讲，咱无行出第一步，政府嘛无看到咱咧做啥物，所以讲吼，咱就是一定爱讲，因为为着咱这农民因的灌溉因的生计。咱必须要去做好，政府看得到，好，所以说我们先把它踏出。虽然我们小小的一个示范点，但是我们的示范点要引起大规模去注意、去重视这个事情。安尼咱才有迄个价值性。但是呢，咱嘛是要做有成果，因为咱所因为是工业污染水、家庭污水，好啊，但是没有办法，工业污染水我们没有办法去做污水净化，只有我们家庭污水。家庭污水，咱会当来做污水净化是一个真大，因为伊敢若是一寡迄个漂白水啦，吼，也是洗剂啦，迄种化学的物件，迄对咱来讲吼，我们的水生植物的根部去分解微生物，还有层层的滤除工法，河道慢慢的沉淀，一直流过来的话，那水质的话，好就可以很清澈的，可以达到合乎灌溉标准。
Now, the Dingzhuang community is a place for education and leisure. There are 3 educational places to visit within the community: the Citizen Farm Ecological Classroom for Water Purification, and Dingzhuang Ecological and Educational Park. The Citizen Farm plants many crops and fruits. They use organic, non-toxic cultivation and composting methods. The Ecological Classroom for Water Purification teaches people how polluted water becomes clean. There is a wetland used to purify water. In addition, the villagers also use aquatic plants that help with the purification process. Due to the success of the community's rural regeneration project, the Dingzhuang Ecological and Educational Park attracts many animals. Now, you can see beautiful butterflies and hear the sound of frogs and birds in the park. If you are lucky, you may see a farmland green tree frog, Chiayi's animal representative.
其实独角仙哈，在全省各地都看得到哈，无讲什么外稀奇啦。啊，我们这边跟人家不一样的是，阮家是一个都市型的哈，小都市型的迄个都市内底自行车步道。你要看独角仙哈，不要到山场啊，啥物看时，带咱家看时，佫足安全的。我相信全国哈，要找阮这个所在哈，像安尼免去山顶看哈。好，足少的。啊，阮遮即摆有富裕独角仙的时阵哈，最主要的是讲，阮嘉义县嘉义市哈国中小的时阵，拢有你做迄个生态教学的时，都会来这边参观。啊，然后的话哈，你若在 Google 搜寻的话，怕顶庄社区，它就会介绍阮办独角仙的活动，好，富裕独角仙的过程。啊，这时候的说话，就是全国，尤其5、6月独角仙开除的时候，5、6月时阵，全国各地来阮家参访的时阵，都拢预约。啊，所以讲，这个人来参访的时阵，就是同好这5、6月的时间点。
One of the features of the Dingzhuang community is its abundance of rhinoceros beetles. The Dingzhuang community has been dedicated to restoring the rhinoceros beetle population for many years. The community also built a biking trail, which used to be a part of the Taiwan Sugar Railway's track. Many evergreen ash trees have been planted on either side. These trees attract many rhinoceros beetles. You may see them eat the bark of the ash tree, fight with other rhinoceros beetles, and even mate. To teach people about rhinoceros beetles, there are many signs along the trail describing their behaviors. Now, this biking trail has become a place for Chiayi residents to relax and a classroom for students to learn about nature.
我是希望说，再来的下一代，因为我们已经踏出了第一步。我们利用教学的这个机会，让学校的小朋友，能够更正一层。他们都上大学了啊，像我们独角仙季的时候，他们都会回来帮助社区做一个导览解说，这个导览解说。但是以后的这个环境我们要更好的时候，就是要把它交给他们，但是我们也会在殿后啦，也在殿后。我们希望说我们社区能够，发光发热，日都能够成长一个，在嘉义市的话，就一个非常好的一个社区。
For the Dingzhuang community, sustainable development never stops. They host a lot of educational activities to discuss the importance of our environment. Everything the Dingzhuang community does stresses the importance of ecological balance, respecting life, and social justice.
Wow, there's actually lots of wildlife and plants and things to see there. If you're lucky, you'll get to see the farmland green tree frog, who's actually the representative animal of Chiayi. And while you go on the biking trail there, you might also luck out and see some rhinoceros beetles fighting each other. No matter what, if you go there, you can learn a lot and see a lot. So hopefully, I'll see you there.